Your brain is your worst enemy. You don't believe me, Abby?
We would elevate and get things done. Okay, guys, you already know what time it is. Anytime you see me on your screen, you guys already know that something is about to get down, and I'm out here getting it. Okay, guys, so we have a special guest today. Guess me. Hi, everybody. Of course, yes. I am your special guest today. Up my face, I look good today, but I could look good every time. But today, since I'm like your special guest, our beautiful special guest, give it up for your special guest. It's so good to be here, and this is the first time I'm having like a solo conversation with you guys, and you guys will get to know the tea very soon, like why I took so long to do a solo conversation with you guys. I'll give you the tea later on in this episode. So guys, we're talking about something very interesting and very, very educative, right? I'm talking about excuses, how to stop making excuses and just start, right? I am the best person for this episode because, take it from me, I am not the most hardworking person, but I get things done. Like, I know when to get things done and I do it. And there are certain tips that has helped me so far, tips that are even still helping me. So I'm here to spill it unfiltered. I'm here to spill every single tip for you guys so that you guys will get things done and stop procrastinating, stop giving excuses, all those I'll start tomorrow, I'll start next tomorrow, I'll start when I have money, I'll start when I have better equipment, I'll start next year. Yes, fall off that table. Yes, I'm breaking your table. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about in this episode. So watch till the end. Let's get right into it. Let's go. So you know those things that you plan to do but never do? It's like you say, oh, I'll start tomorrow, I'll start when I have more money, or when I have more time, I don't have the time right now, I'll start. Or you're like, oh, I'm tired, I'll start tomorrow. Well, let's say you want to start a podcast. Sorry, my Gen Z brain needs to jot this down so that you guys will understand. Okay, let's say you want to start a podcast where you talk about fitness tips. And your brain goes, hold up, you only just got into fitness. Why don't you get more experience? Why don't you get the good camera? Then it still goes up to say, okay, you need the right microphone. Or, oh, this is not the right time. Once you finish one, another excuse comes up so that you won't do what you want to do. And it just goes on and on and on. You're always waiting for the first day of each month to start something new. Or you're always waiting for Monday. You keep procrastinating. Okay, I'll start next month. Oh yeah, next month is here. What is this? 5th of October, and you still haven't done anything. You've been saying that you said you start in January 2023. This is October 5th, and you've not still done anything. You've been making excuses. Excuses have been around since people have been around. Research has it that excuses are a cause of fear, and there's a part of the human brain that is responsible for that. I think the amygdala, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well, I'll put the spelling down there. It is responsible for fear. Any fear you feel is that part of the brain that is responsible for it. And excuses come as a result of fear, right? And there are two hormones that are released, the adrenaline and the cortisol. Forgive my pronunciation if I'm not pronouncing it well. So no wonder my brain keeps procrastinating, no wonder. So I remember when I was supposed to start Out Here Getting a podcast earlier, was it this year or late last year, right? Oh my God. Don't judge me, guys. I was so scared. I was like, please, I don't want to embarrass my family members. Because honestly, I don't want to embarrass my family members on social media, right? Then I started procrastinating out of fear. I started saying, I didn't have the right phone. Guess what? I was using an iPhone 11 at that point in time. So the camera was good. But guess what? I did not have the right phone according to my excuse, right? Then I was like, what do I want to say now? Will people listen to me? Will they be interesting? I kept shifting and procrastinating, making excuses, right? Until weeks passed, months. I was supposed to start this thing since last year, right? So I started pinning the guest to someone else on the team. So I'll just source out for guests and started pinning them on another person to interview them. So I just got to a point where I just realized that my brain is making excuses for me. So basically, all I'm just trying to say is that I was also scared. I was like, oh, what if people don't listen? What if I don't do well? What if, until months passed, weeks passed, and I still not done anything. So I just decided to just do it. And I'm going to tell you how I did that and what I did before I made that decision. So stay till the end. It might look like our brain is trying to protect us, it's trying to guard us, it's trying to protect us from insecurities, trying to protect us from failure. But truly, our brain is just making excuses for us. Yes, it's your brain that is responsible for those excuses, like I've explained before. Now, we're in the tea. How do you stop making excuses and just go for it? So, I'll be letting you guys know my tea. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? So number one, make a decision and not an excuse, right? When I say make a decision and not an excuse, I mean that you should just make a decision that, okay, I am going to do this. Then you now say, how am I going to do this? When you're making an excuse, you'll be like, oh, I cannot do this because I don't have time, right? But now when you're making a decision, you would say, I want to do this. Okay, I don't have time. But what can I do to have more time? That is what you're going to say. Then you will now see that you start bringing up solutions for yourself. Okay, I can do this midnight. I can, if I stop watching movies from this time to this time, I can use that time to replace this. So you start, instead of making excuses, now you've started looking for solutions to those excuses. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So that's the first step. So I remember when I was going to start this podcast, I was like, okay, so I'm supposed to start a podcast. What do I need? I need a good phone that will not frustrate me with storage, since I didn't have like a camera yet, right? So I went and I bought a phone with a lot of gig to do it. If I wanted to make an excuse, I'll say have a phone, but it does not have storage space. That is an excuse. But now I made a decision and not an excuse. So number two, make smaller goals. So I will use myself as a reference point because I'm talking out of things that have worked for me. So by making smaller goals into bigger goals, I mean, for instance, when I wanted to start this podcast, because I was scared of talking to the camera, I'm just used to dancing in front of camera or just like, taking pictures, and that's fine. But I needed to talk to the camera. So what I did was I started for making a YouTube video. I started with making all those 30 seconds video on Instagram. I'll post them as shorts, not shorts, on it's like reels basically. So I started with posting those things right on social media, 30 seconds, right? Not like I'm talking like for long like YouTube. I'm just talking for a short period of time for 30 seconds. Then I started posting it on YouTube as shorts. All right, so that worked for me. Then I graduated to interviewing people. So instead of me coming to talk to you guys alone, I started interviewing people. I started making people talk to you guys, right? While I interview them, I'm probably like just chipping my opinion a bit. Then I graduated to now talking to you guys like now alone. Like for instance, right now, like this is the first time I'm actually talking to you guys without a guest. You see growth. So yes, basically that's number two. So number three, get out of your comfort zone and be accountable. See, I had to get out of my comfort zone. Number one, I didn't want to embarrass my family. So I'm not saying that you should not prepare or you should just start and just like, okay, I'm fearless, start. I'm saying that make a decision, right? If this is what you need to do whatever it is you want to do, how do you want to do it? Don't just say I can't do this and you just leave it. So get out of your comfort. Hey, Odudua, get out of your comfort zone, right? Do what, because if you do not try it, your brain will still register that thing as fear. Because now I'm no longer scared of talking to the camera because I have started talking to the camera, right? My brain does not see talking to the camera as a means of fear anymore because I've gotten out of my comfort zone. Another thing that worked for me was being accountable. For instance, if it is a job for you, my darling, that's enough accountability for you, because someone is telling you, hello, you have to do this. And if it's not a job for you, you have to get someone that you can be accountable to. Or if, for instance, if you start a challenge, like maybe a 30-day challenge or something, and you're posting it on Instagram or you're posting it online, people would, if you don't post day 2, people would ask that where is day 2? So that's another form of accountability, that people are going to ask where is day 2. If I'm committing to doing this weekly, people are going to ask. When I don't post that week, people are going to be wondering what happened, right? So you just have to get accountable. Maybe get a friend that would keep you accountable. If it's a job, you already know that you have to be like, that's enough accountability for you. Your lead or someone will be telling you, you have to do this, you have to do this. Do you understand? So that's what I mean by get out of your comfort zone and be accountable. So those are the 3 tips. Actually, like, you don't even need a lot of tips. You don't need a lot of perspectives fire. You need to do it. So those are the 3 tips that helped me. So our brain is wired to keep us safe, but that doesn't mean that we should play it safe. For instance, now when you want to go and skydive, like all those skydivers now, when they go there or when you want to go and skydive, you're afraid at first. Like, your brain is telling you, hey, a billion things can go wrong, a billion things. What if the rope cuts? What if, like, you're basically in the air. So, like, your brain is telling you, okay, this isn't safe, right? But skydivers, they go on and do it anyways. And once they do it, they're never scared again. No, they are not. Once you do it 1, 2, 3 times, your brain is already registered that, okay, this is not fear anymore. It's already like comfort for you already. So you're the one that is supposed to tell your brain what fear is. Just like now, you want to carry a hot pot, rather. Just like you want to carry a hot pot. Your brain is going to tell you that it's going to burn you. Of course, it's going to burn you. But that doesn't mean you're going to stop cooking. You're going to look for another way to carry the pot, like using a napkin. Do you understand? So that's what I'm saying, that our brain is wired to keep us safe. But that doesn't mean you should play it safe. Because if you play it safe, my darling, you're going to be stuck where you are. So you'd have to tell your brain what and what shouldn't be fear to you. What is safe and what is not safe. Right? I'm not saying I should go and skydive. I'm not telling you to go and be carrying hot pot with your bare hand or put your hand in fire. I'm just telling you that if you play it safe, you're just going to be stuck where you are. So this is your cue to take that bold step today and start what you've been planning to start since January or since many years ago. Just start. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for a round figure. Don't wait for November, 1st of November. Just start. If today is Monday, good for you. Start. You don't need to wait for January 2024. Baby steps, right? And also, if you've been saying you want to start your fitness journey, you want to start working out, you want to get your health in check, you want to feel good, you want to feel better internally, right? This is the best time to start. You don't need to wait for 2024 to start your fitness goal. You don't need to wait for 2024 to start going to the gym or even doing home workouts. Just start right now. Like right now. You don't have to wait for the perfect gym outfits, right? You don't have to do that. So I remember when I wanted to start going to the gym on my first day, right? I wanted to sleep. My gym wear that I ordered, right? No, I did not. No, I had not ordered gym wear. So I was supposed to get a gym wear, but like they've not. I ordered now. Yeah, they had not arrived. So I just had my shoe. So I was like, why am I procrastinating? I was supposed to go last week. I did not start because those clothes have not arrived. Okay, let me just today again. The next week, I was like, why do I have to procrastinate? Let me just start. And that was how I started. Guess what? Me that had the intention that I wanted to slay. Guess what your special guest wore? I wore a leggings and a baggy top. We now wanted to wear cute outfits. I just wore it because I knew that if I kept procrastinating, mama, I know go start. So all of these tips it has worked for me. So if you are yet to start taking your health seriously, you should start. Because now some people, if they want to start eating healthy, for instance, I know eating healthy is expensive, but don't get me wrong. They'll say I don't have enough money, but you can actually start eating things that are not so expensive. For instance, the Ferrero is still very, very nutritious, right? So you don't have to like break the bank to eat healthy. We still have eggs, right? So you can still eat healthy on a budget. So you don't have to wait till you're a millionaire before you start eating healthy for your health, okay? So you can just start, and I'll see you in my next episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, leave a comment. Let me know what excuses do you make. Let me know. I want to read them. All right. Don't forget to share this with all those your procrastinating friends. All right. Bye.